Alrighty. Hello everyone, my name is Soundproof and welcome to GhostWire Tokyo Prelude, the corrupted case file. So, this is, well, as it says, a prelude to the full game of GhostWire Tokyo. It shouldn't be too long, and it looks more like a visual novel, so let's get right into it. Rinko? God damn it, Rinko. Erica? So yeah, I'm going to be playing the full game when it comes out. So if you want to stick around, I guess it comes out next week, or it comes out the 25th. So yeah, it's not that long. No one wants to talk about it, but it's all that's on anyone's minds these days. Mysterious things are happening all around Shibuya. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How's a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? But honestly, Ryota never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. Okay. Looks like we have options. Ryota's concerns bring him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled The Kirigaoka Vanishing. He reads it to himself the best he can. And also, I'm studying Japanese at university, so I should have my pronunciations down. And if not, you can yell at me for messing up pronunciations. Having tracked another report of dark fog to the area, I arrived to find it had passed, leaving dreary rain hanging over the neighborhood. At the scene, all we found were the clothes of a mother and son, left behind like two molted cicada shells. It's hard to even imagine, a parent and her child, just gone, precious lives snuffed out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. It was the worst feeling I had ever felt. As if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier it fell with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take out my umbrella. That's when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime. A group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down onto them at that very moment. They tried to protect themselves with the umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over at any moment, but my other wrath kept me going. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open up my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring and soaking me to the bone. KK. Okay, so it's probably, I think, main character? Unable to shake the idea that monsters are all around him, Ryota navigates on his phone to a document called the Maru no Chi Vanishing. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing woman from Maru no Chi. When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. The story my contact told me was that they saw the woman one day when the fog rolled in. It blanketed the area, and then poof, she was gone. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and these disappearances set the scene for when I first met the rest of my crew. Everybody kept talking about folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a load of horseshit. It wasn't until I met them, and until my encounter, that I believed. Okay, so this is kind of like seems like a beginning of all these weird things going on. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I would have once called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Guess I should be thankful, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen through that monster taking the form of the woman. She made a bunch of red orbs appear that chased me around, but I knew so long as I didn't let myself get surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of her misery. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag, found the missing lady's ID cards in there. Then I came across some clothes that looked like they would have been hers. They were in a little pile, but the way they had fallen made it clear her body had just vanished. No mistaking whose handiwork it was either. I'd finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to work with. KK. Okay. Could monsters really live among us? These case files say that, yes, they absolutely can and do. According to this one, a lady called me about a missing person who vanished from the bathroom of her apartment. Usually I brush it off as another runaway, but after seeing the crow circling above her apartment, I had a feeling there would be more to this. The black stains on the front door verified my hunch. It turns out that I'm the only one that can see the black stains. The lady who lived here and showed me in made no signs of noticing it. She showed me the bathtub and gave me a play-by-play of what happened. Her boyfriend was taking a bath longer than usual, and so she went to the bathroom to check in on him. When she opened the door, her boyfriend was gone, and for a short instant, there was a reflection of an old shrine on the surface of the bathwater. I rubbed my finger on the rim of the bathtub, and there was a transparent, sticky, slime-like substance on it. A reflection of a shrine shone on the water's surface. I need to talk further with my team about this incident to see if these things ring any bells. I purged the black stain on the front door and then left the scene. Poor lady. What will she do now? What can any of us do? KK. Okay. In these posts, the kid had found something, or rather, someone. Someone called KK has been looking into monsters in this part of town. A believer, just like Ryota. Social media would never lie, and that means KK is an expert, maybe the expert, in all things paranormal. There's only one thing left to do. Having pored over every last story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find, Ryota prepares to take action. I'm gonna ask this KK guy to help. Just gotta figure out where he lives first. Sagasu, search. Okay. I just think this is going on its own. Dear Mr. Investigator Person. Rinko. Dear Mr. Investigator Person. Hello. How are you? I am not good and I need your help. Monsters got my best friend, Sosuke. Rinko sits up in her chair. She zeroed in on one of a dozen monitors from across the makeshift command center stuffed into this cramped Tokyo apartment. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. Data files across the screens. Seemingly too much. Charts and graphs, maps and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Somehow, through all these screens and all that clutter, Ryota's message catches Rinko's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could be just some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Rinko insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytical approach. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved. She knows what she thinks, but she also knows no one can protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. What do you make of it, Ed? Ed squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. He has something to say, but holds it back. Technology is easy, people are hard. Instead of speaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play, and as the audio begins to roll, Ed turns and walks away. I've heard intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan. Vengeful ghosts of bullied students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer, from where they never return. If any information turns up about such anomalies, I'd be keen to investigate. Though, I speak purely out of personal interest. It might not be enough to make the rest of my team pursue it without further evidence. Okay. Safe to say, since you somehow found the time to record something this specific about a single urban legend, that you want to look into it. Ed is already engrossed in other work. He doesn't respond. He certainly doesn't notice when Rinko rolls her eyes. He rarely does. Probably best we have no idea how you spend your free time, huh, Ed? Eric has been sitting next to Rinko this entire time. Okay, listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. That time is. Want me to check it out? I don't think so, Erica. It could be dangerous. What if something happens to you? Seriously? You still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16 years old, Rinko might be right not to trust Erica on something dangerous. But Rinko knows that Erica has shown a maturity beyond her years. She gives, I guess it'd probably be Erika. She gives Erika an almost sisterly look of skepticism, but it could be just an English name too. You know it's not that. Rinko quickly turns back to her monitors and away from Erika. But for all her maturity, Erika can't quite keep from pouting. Stop making that face. Besides, we've got our very own private detective in the vicinity ahead. Already. I'll have him take a look. Okay. They're just kind of playing it safe. The stall is brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is slurping of their noodles. I can't really see. I'd have to look back if I wanted to see what the different menu items are. That silence breaks when a phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. The phone wins. The peace and solitude have shattered. There is no way to enjoy noodles. This is no way to enjoy noodles. Damn. God damn it. Oh, let me take a drink. The silent diner finally glances at the screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case? These people have me working harder than my enemies ever did. Let me see if I can turn up the voices. There we go. Another case? These people... Oh, yeah. Can't even get 5 minutes to enjoy a nice quiet lunch. Okay. We'll accept the call. Let me guess. I'll be risking life and limb. That why you let it ring for so long? Too scared to pick it up? You know, that exact day I stopped being scared of anything. The day you stopped being a loner, hooked up with us so we could have your back? Still very quiet, the voiceovers. The day you stopped being a loner... Okay. Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not full enough to pretend this team isn't half okay. If you need backup, you know I'll be there. No questions asked. I actually already volunteered, but right now there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. It's a simple check-in on a report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to these phenomena we've been looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what? You're right. Maybe Erica should run point on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're so busy, so... Whoa, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get on it. First, though, I need to talk to one of you about something. Okay. I imagine we're him. I imagine he's KK. Hey, Rinko. Let me guess. Pissed I interrupted your precious solitary soba time guy? Irked, not pissed. I was almost done. God forbid the report of a vengeful spirit abducting children interrupt the same bowl of noodles you've had 1,000 times. Not much left in this world of love. When I think of something else, I'll tell you. You won't have a chance to add to that list if we don't figure this out. We both know how powerful the forces we're dealing with really are. We have to keep pulling these threads until we unravel the whole damn thing. No thread is too small. Guess I can't argue with that. I know I can rely on you. It might be the only thing I know for certain. Now go prove how smart I am, dumbass. That's the job I was born to do. Ryota doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He's young, but he's very much alone. Poor guy. Turning this up like almost all the way. Okay. His focus is centered on a small bit of paper in his hands. After a couple folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With a head, arms, and body, it takes shape. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. As Ryota inspects his creation, someone who has been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. What have you got there? Ryota looks up. He's nervous but clutches the paper doll in his hand to stay brave. He's not running or hiding despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to you or your little friend. You gotta admit, I've been known to carry the odd paper doll with me on investigations. Strange habit, I know. But you get the benefits of a partner without the annoying small talk. Ryota's shoulders ease, lets his guard down as he listens to the detective and re-examines the folded paper. The detective surprises himself with his playful tone. He's rusty, but he still somehow feels comfortable talking to the scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You a sorcerer by chance? Now's the time to tell me. So you really are him, huh? Gonna have to be more specific, kid. Yep, he said, nah. Nah. You're KK, the ghost hunter from the files. You must be. I just thought you'd be taller. They say you solve strange mysteries, right? KK? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Ryota's phone. He sees the social media posts featuring photos of various case files he's worked on, collected in one place. Look, I only use those initials because writing out my name is a pain, and I got too much pain already. Not your problem, right? Anyhow, that's me, KK. But I'm not a ghost hunter. I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. You wanted an investigator, kid? Well, you got one. So glad you're going to look into the disappearances at the manhole. Here's the thing. I already did. Made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still got a few friends in the force, so I can dig up dirt quick. KK shoots Ryota a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you, kid? It's true, honest. My buddy Sasuke disappeared. He hasn't come home since yesterday. Last place I saw him was right back here. One moment. Okay. Last place I saw him was right back here. Ryota motions to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. Ryota is bluffing. He's an incredible liar. A sadness comes over him when he looks back toward that alley. KK looks back and forth, from the kid then to the alley behind him. All alleys are dark. This one looks like it's never seen daylight. Seen any fog when that happened, the moment he disappeared? Now that you mention it, there has been something spooky about around, like a kind of fog or darkness, but it came and then went. Alright. KK mutters something to himself as he eyeballs the alleyway behind Ryota. Nothing looks immediately out of place. There's so much going down in the city, some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like front page news. Okay. Press for more info. I need more to go on, kid. Why are you so convinced he was taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here. But it did happen to my best friend. Sosuke's been missing for 2 full days. Everyone's been looking, but no one can find him. What about his parents? Have they filed a police report? I'm the only one who really cares about Sosuke. I know he needs me. But no one else is even looking for him anymore. Just me. He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw a crow circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated. You knew there was more to it than everyone else. Well, Mr. KK, I know there's more to Sosuke's disappearance. I just need your help. You really did your homework, huh? I'm impressed. You're more dedicated than most adults I know. You remind me of my friend Erika. She lost someone too, and she'll never stop fighting for them either. KK takes another glance at the alley. Alright, show me exactly where the Sosuke pal of yours disappeared. Ryota perks up. So you're gonna look into it? I'm here, ain't I? Let me check in with my team, see if they figured anything out. Save us more time. KK reaches for his phone. What's up? We're all here. I just need a quick word with one of you to follow up on what the kid has told me. Oh, doesn't matter. Ed, you find anything in those files of yours out while I was talking to this kid? Fortunately, I've only done a limited amount of my own research into this legend before being pulled away by other tasks. That said, I've been quite eager to continue it. Ed, spit it out. What do you know? Of course, it's still just a theory. While he's speaking, Ed queued up another file on his audio recorder. He lets it do the talking from here out. While installing some ethereal energy monitoring hardware that I decided to place throughout the city, I've become aware of micropulses within Tokyo's electrical grid that are only recognizable within distinct frequencies. It is my best belief that these frequencies are tied to spiritual resonance, a byproduct of vanishing experiments. My intention is to continue monitoring these pulses via the mobile lab, with the hope of ultimately detecting a source location. So far, signs point to the Shibuya district, but I've been unable to produce more specific results. It's as if the source is continually moving, relocating perhaps, to avoid the exact type of precision detection that I seek to achieve. A moving target, eh? Hell, if you're trying to move quickly through the city undetected, you could do worse than the sewers. Well, Ed, time to test this theory of yours. Ryota? It's time to find Sosuke. Okay. I wonder how this changes based on who you pick. If it changes. Nothing looks out of place, but things are rarely what they seem. KK slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He's not holding on to anything, but you would think that he is by the way he's moving, like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Ryota has no clue what he's trying to do, but he watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by KK's eyes. As KK opens his fingers, a sparkling orb of energy drops from his hand down onto the ground. It ripples like water in a still pond, energy flowing outward into the world. Ooh, okay. That's probably going to be an ability in the main game. Some kind of detecting thing. Okay. Showed like some kind of like... Strange trail floats into view as though a spirit has passed through this place. Psychic energy. The trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. Puzzled, Ryota follows KK's eyeline down the alley, but he sees nothing out of the ordinary. What happened? I don't see anything. Trust me, kid. It's good you can't see it. This is a power you don't want. And you're too young for it. Take a risk like that and change your life forever. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We're gonna find your friend and get you back to your life. Okay. My question is, will there actually be combat in this? I don't think so. KK and Rinko are in big trouble this time. Running like rats, desperate to stay alive. If only a dingy old sofa between them and... Monsters! We ever find another exit? Rinko turns to KK and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in great pain. Damn, it's happening again. Your body's reacting to the ether. It's KK. Oh, fuck! His vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform, everything continues to split apart even further. Another hallucination. The world is breaking into two. Oh, fuck. That'd be crystallized ether. Another form of matter. Sounds like your body has entered the final stages of affinity. From the thin air, like phantoms, these horrific visitors appear, surrounding KK and Rinka. Damn, we're surrounded. Okay. Combat? Combat? Okay, no. Mr. KK? Are you okay? Oh, sorry, kid. My mind can be a little hard to control. You just kind of sit there for a little while. Sometimes my memories take me places. Had to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your pal. Sit tight, I won't be long. That was weird. Maybe he was reacting to what was going on in that alleyway. A report on Rinko's computer setup flashes on screen. Ed's monitoring software has a hold of something big. The results are clear. Spiritual residue, and exactly at KK's location. What is it now? We just received an alert. There's a massive surge of spiritual energy at a location. Hold off on pursuing until we're able to send support. Can't wait forever for you guys. We might have a missing child on our hands. We got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Relax. Ed's research has already prepared me. I'm ready. Appreciate the vote of confidence on behalf of my work, but that research was actually quite limited. It's more of a brief overview, in fact. I wouldn't call it actionable intelligence, so to speak. It was a very informative overview. I doubt I could be any more ready than I am right now. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us, then use our own words against us when you're too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. KK decides to address one team member specifically to make his case. Oh, some loud noise outside. I think they're doing, they've been doing, maintenance around the apartments I live in. We're gonna ask Erica. What Erica and I have been through, I don't expect that everyone else to understand. Hell, I barely understand it. Here's what I do understand. I take risks so others don't have to. And yeah, you all do the same thing. That's why I'm proud to call you my team. But it has to stop somewhere. A line needs to be drawn. We aren't the vulnerable ones who need your protection. We're all strong. That strength multiplies when we work together to help others. You two are so special to me, both of you, and I think I understand where you both are coming from. It's just that, this thing, this torment, once that power has gotten inside of you, the affinity, it won't let you rest. It's like being chased. You're running from something awful. I'm sorry that I'm not making sense. I just can't be quiet right now. I have to speak my truth. I have to support whatever decision he makes. The truly selfish act would be to stand still and let it overtake you. In the end, that I know that I would do the same thing. Let's hope you never have to. I'll talk to you later. I'm in the middle of my investigating. He was never any good at following people's directions. The attitude of his is precisely what saved our hides on countless occasions. Okay. You don't think I realized that? Erica smiles, thinking about KK's attitude. It doesn't bother her. He's kind of like a gung-ho kind of guy. Damn, they're everywhere. KK's eyes dart between the two horrific figures into some incredibly strange glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, KK wheezes painfully. Rinko, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of those ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. Might give you the power to fight back. Might just make you even more miserable. Who can say? What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rinko nods silently. After getting his answer, KK, without hesitation, stretches his hand out towards the crystals. Wait, let me turn this up a little bit more. Wait, stop. Oh, shit. He's like, shit, stopping's not an option. Not for any of us. You don't know what'll happen. It could kill you. And these things won't. We're dead if we don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. We've thrown away everything to fight these monsters. Same as me. There's not a goddamn thing left to lose at this point. Sorry about that. Yeah, this video's all jank. It's all good, though. Before Rinko can say anything else, KK reaches all the way out. Okay. Get these crystals. And into the white. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not good. KK follows the trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him into a manhole cover where the spirit residue flashes with an eerie intensity. This spot is clearly the origin point for whatever spirit is at the center of this mystery. Did they take you this way, Sosuke? KK looks around again and finds that nothing focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. The spectral vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might. revealing a glowing specter hovering in this dark and dreary place. The spirit of a man in his 30s. Jibakude. According to Japanese lore, this type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters as he's distracted or perhaps completely delirious. Either or. Maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Okay, now got a bit loud. Neither of us are going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know. What are you doing here, specifically, at this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was just a kid. Just a kid playing around, just having fun. Alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So, just being neighborly, eh? Yes, no. Not making friend, protecting, but he wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't a kid, though. Was it? There was something else, something lurking in these shadows. Did I die? I think I died. This isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster? A monster? The specter points downwards. Wow, the music is loud. Let me... Okay. Underneath, huh? KK stares at the manhole as though if he just looks hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath its cover. He doesn't have to see the specter nod to know he's right. He went that way. Before he can pull up the manhole cover and see for himself, a long shadow creeps from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around is detective business. You don't belong back here. Thought I heard you talking to someone. Who is this youngster? Only I can hear you, so don't bother. Only you can hear me? Well, sure. Nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there. Not safe. Not safe. Monster. How do you know I'll be safe up here? It seems one call away. They'll get here quicker if you're in danger. Or quick. Weren't you just saying something about being in the middle of investigation and too busy to talk to anyone? Funny she mentioned that. I could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services. Who are you calling, mister? Are they nice like you? Or nicer? Client services? Sounds more like babysitting to me. Only you would just wait for us to get there. We play the hand we're dealt. And juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Rinko sighs, a long, tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course, they'll help. She'll always help him, just as he always will help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. Myself. Rinko. You, Rinko. There's nobody I trust more. The way you looked after Erica, you got a way of young people I just don't. Talk some sense to this kid. Make him give me the space I need to get the job done. Put him on. Ryota holds KK's phone to his ear, happy to make another new friend. Yes, Mr. Ghost Hunter? No, Ryota, this is Rinko. I'm the one who first read your message about your friend, Sosuke. We're going to find him. You just have to trust us and listen to us. We also need your help. Will you help us? We need a new deputy for our paranormal investigation force. A deputy? Like a real deputy? Yes. Oh shit, yosh. Perfection. Now you're on official task force lookout. It's a tough job, not just anyone can do it, but I believe in you. I'm sending an alert to your smartphone right now. Every 5 minutes, send me a message and tell me what you see, even if it's just normal stuff. I'll do my best. You need to stay right where you are. If you go anywhere, that wouldn't be good task force lookout work. In that case, I'd be forced to demote you to a lower position. You have no idea the kind of paperwork that would create. You can count on me, Rinko. KK watches as Ryota smiles and hands the phone back to him. Then the kid puts on a tough deputy face and begins to survey the entrance to the alley. You good? He's on lookout duty. That should keep him busy for a while. You better proceed with caution. We're on our way. You're the best. Tell me something I don't already know. Damn. Now to get down there and find your pal Sosuke. Okay. Dirty water splashes on the KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Shibuya sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets. But not because of any chance in light. No, this darkness is unnatural. In fact, it's not darkness at all. It's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air. Toxic paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up, right below our feet? Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, the Kegare only increases. I'll have to put that on screen and show you what Kegare is. Actually, I don't know myself. There's definitely something here if there's this much corruption swirling around. Nothing I can't handle, though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his power and... Okay. He's just kind of doing this on his own. Hold, trace the shape. Okay. And yes, I am playing it. I'll be playing the full game on PC as well, but I should be using a controller, at least for some of the Let's Play. Because I'll be getting a new controller in around that time it comes out. Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. That's better, minus the stink. With the Kegare now cleared, I'm guessing it might be fog. As if they were waiting for a moment of safety, someone appears. Sosuke? Is that you? Small boy avoids KK's look, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish splash, splish splash. Hey you, kid, you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding for something? Take a bath. Take a bath. Come on, kid, this isn't the time or the place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta work with me here. In the vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out, the tinning chime echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be preoccupied. I'm close. I found Sosuke, but I'm worried. He won't. Down so far, the signal of KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. Oi, oi, okay. Hello, is anybody there? Rinko. Is that you, Ed? Erica? Who is this? Rinko, can you hear me? Are you Ryota? Can you ask him, was Sosuke wearing a yellow raincoat? Scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. Sosuke. It's about Sosuke? Not Rinko. I can't understand. Sosuke is not what? Not Sosuke. The call cuts out. The phone's going dead in KK's hand. Damn. Enough screwing around, Sosuke. So look at that. Finally, called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds. He stands up. Turns to KK with his dead evil eyes. You're not Sosuke. You're the monster. KK raises his hand and calls forth an energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out, touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ethereal weaving monster? Energy surges into KK's hand, green light, winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel. And in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child's whistle to its mouth and... Oh shit, something's about to go down. Oh, it's this demon-looking thing. At a stranger's fingertips lies KK, now a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm or anything else will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. Son of a bitch. Hello, my new friend. I'm keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration. It surges with power. He looks from the amulet and back to KK and smiles. This monstrous little raincoat visitor blows his whistle. He steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away, huh? He's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space for two much longer, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go with this. Alright. One umbrella visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. Defensive barrier. Okay. The barrier is broken. Okay. Yeah, we gotta be on the offensive. One umbrella visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. Okay. Use this again. He's injured. Awakens from the stun. And blow his ass away. You're done. Oh shit. Oh fuck. The fight now over. The sewer is oddly calm again. KK sweeps the place, looking for any clues that might be left behind. How do a pack of monsters manifest their evil here? But then he sees it. It affects the one wall of the tunnel. A wooden tag, sometimes called a kifuda. This must be what summoned those things. KK reaches out to take the kifuda down, then his fingertips reach it. Oh shit. Is the stranger gonna appear again? Oh, we're somewhere different. Rinko? God damn it. Rinko. Erica. KK feels a big, quick thump throughout his body. When he looks down, he sees someone else's arm stabbing through his chest. It's horrifying. Black smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back up, KK sees a man wearing a Hanya mask. You're... Ugh! As KK comes to, he realizes that he's in the tunnel once again. No, still. He looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole. Not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavily, his mind races. It was a horrible dream. Maybe a vision? He grips the kifuda in his hand. It won't let him get away with this. So hard that it smashes into pieces. Okay. That moment, KK realizes he's not alone. Distracted by his fury, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprise. He spins to face his entity. Oh shit, I skipped it. Ah! Okay. KK emerges from the tunnel to find Ryota waiting with the rest of the team. You fool, you run into a wall, Kegade, and your instinct is to walk deeper into it when you know we're on our way to help? Listen, No, you listen. I'm not done yelling your stupid ass for making me worry about you. Okay, but all of our instruments at HQ started going wild. We broke basically every traffic law in Tokyo twice to get here as quick as possible. Then we find an open sewer at... Oh, they messed that up. That's little Ryota appearing down into this dirty tunnel, clearly considering climbing down there despite her best efforts to cover for you and keep him busy. Sure, except... So we take a look for ourselves. It's corruption in all directions. This whole place absolutely soaking in spirit residue. It's like they're amassing an army beneath our feet and you go sniffing around alone? It's not... Maybe let her finish. First of all, you arrived stinking but unscathed, having been gone just long enough to have me convinced that you were really hurt down there. I would never see you alive again. The problem with disappearing into a dangerous sewer all alone is that the longer you're gone, after Rinko has asked you to be cautious, the more time she has to consider the things she'll shout at you when you return. Okay. The things we've been through together, when you're in danger, it's as if I can feel it deep down, but there's nothing I can do. What if you had died? The thought of being haunted by you, of all people. I almost climbed out there to kill you myself. Sorry, should have waited. Don't you dare be nice to me now. I need to calm down. I value your friendship and support. I didn't hear that. Safely above ground, reunited with his team, KK turns his attention to the original source of all this drama, his young client, Ryota. You were never going to tell me, were you? Sosuke isn't your best friend. He's your dog. He's my dog and my best friend. KK steps back. Never. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. As Sosuke tries to jump into his lap, tail wagging. Oh, calm down. He just wants to be pet. Jeez, who'd have thought that such a tough as nails former detective would have such a strong phobia around dogs? Oh, don't have to broadcast it, all right? Oh no, but we get the pet dogs in the game, though. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Don't be scared. Sosuke loves everyone. Maybe we should draw the line at loving monsters and following them into the sewer. Ryota hugs his dog and gets a face full of licks in response. KK relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless this little dog is, but still keeps some distance. Thanks so much for bringing him home safely, Mr. KK. Mr. KK, what an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? I suppose it has a fun ring to it. Not quite so formal as your full name. Before we get too sidetracked, as a lead investigator on this one, you've got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what's worse, fighting monsters or filling out all these damn forms. It's obvious that you prefer the fighting to paperwork. KK scribbles out a few quick lines, only Ed can read them. Hey kid, this is for you. Oh, is the prize for helping you find that ghost? Almost, it's the bill. Ryota's face sinks as he's left holding the check. Lucky for you, today's work is pro bono. That means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Okay. Ryota looks closely at the paper in his hand. It says, the case of the cursed manhole. Examination complete. KK. I was trying to read this. It says, something is like dangerous from here. I guess something dangerous here. And then it's kind of being blocked out. Leaning in over his shoulder, Rinko lets out an uncharacteristically loud burst of laughter. Oh, now I get it. You didn't choose the nickname KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot in this life that we don't get to choose. Comment what you like. Not like I've got any use for a real name these days, and definitely not one of my old names. It doesn't matter what anyone calls me, so long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce, as though he's recalling a bitter past. Reflecting in his eyes is Ryota, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. Okay. And that was it. Wow. I wonder... I guess I can kind of speed through it. Oh, okay. I can hit escape. Okay, and that was it. It was pretty short. I mean, it just kind of helps us introduce the characters that we're going to be seeing in GhostWire. You get to see, I guess, who I'm presuming is going to be the protagonist, KK. And probably get more backstory about him and, like, why he's fighting off, or why he's doing the fighting and all that in the main game. And I guess that stranger, we're gonna definitely see him in the main game. Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I think it was interesting to introduce a prelude, just to, I guess, kind of build up the hype for the game. Which, I mean, I'm already hyped about. It's based on Japanese culture, and I mean, that's my major, is Japanese language studies. So I'm definitely excited for this game to come out. So if you are too, make sure to subscribe, because I will be uploading when the game comes out. I don't know if I'll be allowed to upload 3 days early, because if you pre-order you can play the game 3 days early, but I'm not sure if there's going to be like an embargo on it until like the actual release date or not. I'll have to find that out. But yeah, subscribe, because I will be uploading the full game. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, because it helps me out. Comment down below, you know, any things you might want to know about Japanese culture, and I can try to help you out with that, or lead you like maybe to some sources I might have. Yeah, if all that all went away, all that out of the way, I want to thank you all for watching, and until this Let's Play begins, have a good day.